Hello everyone, Reza here. In this video, we will learn how to apply modern designs to filter data in our PowerApps galleries. We will add modern refiners for searching, sorting, and filtering data in galleries. So let's check this video out in action. I have the screen in PowerApp that has a gallery that displays information from my data source. On the left-hand side, I have added filters or refiners for the data that is being displayed in the gallery. The user has the option to search by a keyword. This will search either in the name or the description column of my table. If I search for strategy, I have a record in my table where the name has the text strategy. If I search for data, I have 3 records that match that keyword. I can sort the data, oldest to newest, or sort it alphabetically. My table includes task information for projects. One of the columns in the table has the project information. Here I'm listing out all my unique projects. And as I start selecting these projects, you can see how the gallery is getting filtered based upon the selections that I make. And these selections are also being reflected as refiners right here on top. The user has the option to remove these selections either from the top or from the left-hand side. So that's the filtering design that I have applied to this gallery. And the inspiration for this comes from the Microsoft adoption documentation that includes a sample solution gallery. And if you observe here, it has a similar filtering design. I can search based on keywords. I can sort the data. And I can start selecting products to refine the results in the gallery. So let's see how we can create this filtering design step by step in our Power App. I'll create a new screen and leverage the sidebar screen layout. In the main screen container, there's this header container that I will remove. The screen container, I'll leave some space on the top. In the screen, I will insert an image control. I will make sure it takes the full real estate on the top. Properties, display, image. I already have that header image uploaded in my Power App. So I'll go and pick the header image, image position, fill. The screen container, properties, color, I'll pick white. The bottom container, color, I'll pick white. In here, we have the sidebar container that has flexible width on. This is where I will add my filters. I'll turn off flexible width and give it a defined width of, let's say, 300. And in the main container is where I will add my gallery. I've gone ahead and added my gallery of tasks. This gallery, items property, is my data source that's connected in my Power App called project tasks. In my scenario, it's a table in Dataverse that has information about a task. And then the project information is a lookup column to a different table. This is a related table known as project. And that project table includes the name of all the unique projects. Now let's start adding our refiners. I'll be leveraging the modern controls. Under settings, updates, I have modern controls and themes turned on. To add a control in this container, I'll go and insert a control of type text. I'll call this keyword, alignment, end. So the text sits on the right hand side. Font size, I'll make it 16. Font weight, I'll make it bold. So this text is keyword. Now to this, I would like to add an input control where the user can type the keyword and then I will use it to search for data in my gallery. I'll select this site container and go and insert the modern text input control. For the text input control, alignment and container, I'll make it center. Width, I will set as parent.width, that's the width of the container, minus 50. This text input control has a property called placeholder. Here I'll give the text search keyword in name or description. We can also include emojis. Windows plus dot key will open the emoji keyboard. And I'll pick the search emoji. This modern text input control has a property called trigger output. I'll set this as delayed. What this will do is, as the user types the keyword, it will wait for the user to stop typing. After a few seconds delay, it will provide the output of the text that the user has entered, which I will rename to txt input keyword. The value in this text input control is what I will use to filter the data of my gallery. And I'll do that by using the formula filter. Filter in my table where the text value entered in that text input control for keyword is in the name column of my table. I also want to search in the description column, and I want this to be an OR operation. So I'll use the OR function. The first parameter would be to check for the value in the name column. The second would be to check for the value in my description column. And I'll close the filter function. Let's preview. Let's test this out. Project. It's applied the query to search for the word project in my name or description column. And these are all the results. If I remove this, it will show all the data. Products. Multi-select checkbox. In my sidebar container, I will go and insert a blank vertical gallery. This gallery, alignment and container center with parent.width minus 50. I'll edit this gallery, and in here, I'll go and insert the modern checkbox control. I'll position it on the top. Note the gallery has a lot of height in the template size. So select the gallery, template size property. I'll change this to 30. In my case, I need the values of all my projects. That's going to come from my projects table. For the gallery controls items property, I will use the connected table of projects. For the checkbox label property, I will set this as this item dot name. Name has the name of my projects. Before this gallery, I need to put my main header text of projects. It'll be similar to keyword. Select and copy, Control C, Control V, reorder, move up. There it is. Instead of keyword, I will say projects. Now, when the checkbox is checked, the checkbox has a property called onCheck. Here, I want to store the value of the selection that the user makes in the refiner. So I'll use the formula collect to collect data in a collection that I will call as call projects, this item. There is also an onUncheck property for the checkbox. Here, I will use the formula remove from my collection, which is called projects. Go and remove this item. So as the user makes selections in those checkboxes, they will be added to that collection, and as they uncheck, it will be removed from that same collection. And that collection is what I will use to filter the data of my gallery. I'll select my gallery, items property. Let's format the text. Right now, the filter condition is on the keyword. I want to combine this with the project filtering option. And for this, I will use an AND condition because I want a combination of both of these filters to apply. I'll put a comma at the end of the OR function. My project tasks table has a lookup column to my projects table. That column is called project lookup dot name is in my collection of projects dot name. I'll close the AND function. Format text. This is what my completed formula looks like. Let's preview. I'll pick Stellar Solutions. It's applied that filter. I'll pick Creative Ventures. Now it's applying a combination of both of those selections. So it's listing out all the tasks related to both of those projects. Let's search for the word data as well. Now this is a combination of the keyword filter and the projects filter. And as I make more selections, you can see that if there is any task that matches, the gallery will showcase that information. If I remove the keyword, this will show me all the tasks for these 4 selected projects. And as I start removing the selections, you can see how it's only showing the data for the current selected one. If I have nothing selected, it shows me all. Now the selections that are being made, I would like to also show them on the top and allow the user to remove the selection from this top section. In the main container, I will go and insert a blank horizontal gallery. This gallery, right-click, reorder and move it up. Flexible height of, I'll give it a defined height of, let's say, 50. I'll go and edit and insert the modern button control. This gallery as well has a template size property. I will set this as 160. The button color palette, I'll go and pick this one. The gallery items property, I will use call projects. That's my collection that has the information of the selected projects. The button text property will be this item dot name. I'll set a font size for this. The modern button also allows to add an icon. I'll use the dismiss icon and place this after the text. The idea here is that when the user selects this button, so on select of the button, I would want to remove from that same collection of mine, which is called projects, this item. Let's preview. Notice the selections I make in the checkboxes are listing up right here on the top. And if I click this button, it will remove that selection. Now notice the filters are getting removed, but my checkbox is not performing the update. Well, that's because the checkbox has a property called checked. This I will set as this item in call projects, meaning is the current item in that collection? If yes, then keep it checked. Now notice I can select, it will keep adding it to the collection. I can remove, it will remove from the collection, and it does not matter whether I remove it from the top or from the left. Sorting, I've added a text control here that says sort by, and in the sidebar I'll go and insert a modern drop down control. I'll reorder this to move it above the project's label. The items property of this drop down control, I'll give two options: modified newest to oldest and modified oldest to newest. This drop down has a default selected items property. By default, I'll set it as modified newest to oldest. So you can see how that's the default selection, which the user can change. Now, based upon the selection here, I want to apply sorting to my data in the gallery. Let's go back to the gallery, explore its items property. Here I want to sort the data. Depending upon the selection that the user makes in this drop-down, that I have renamed as DRP sort by, my gallery items property, right before filtering, I'll use the function switch. Switch on my drop-down called DRP sort by dot selected dot value. If this is the text modified newest to oldest, in that case, I already have my filter condition. On top of this, I will sort. Sort this based on modified on. That column has the modified date of the task. This one will be in descending order. Comma, my second condition was oldest to newest. Here, I literally copy the entire sort formula, paste it, and just change the sort direction here to ascending. I'll close the switch function, format text. Now, as I change this, you can see how the data in the gallery based upon the sort option that the user selects while maintaining the filter criteria. If you enjoyed this video, then do like, comment and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and thank you so much for watching.